Well, everyone, Clive Davis has passed away at 94. Now that Clive Davis has passed away, the internet is doing what the internet always does, looking back, connecting dots, and revisiting old questions. For those who may not know, Clive Davis was one of the most powerful music executives in history. He helped launch and shape the careers of some of the biggest names in music, including Whitney Houston, who is my favorite singer, by the way, Alicia Keys, Aretha Franklin, Jennifer Hudson, and many others. He also had a little hand in shaping Puffy Diddy Daddy Love Combs. But whenever Clive Davis' name comes up, so do conspiracy theories. And let's be clear, before we go any further, I am discussing public speculation and conspiracy theories that have existed for years. I'm not accusing Clive Davis of causing anyone's death, and there is no evidence proving he was involved in the death of Whitney Houston, Angie Stone, or other artists. Do I believe it personally? I do believe he has something to do with that, but I digress. We're going to take a look at a clip of everything he has done, his accomplishments, also a little clip about him coming out as bisexual. Then I'm going to play for you all a few clips of Black TikTok right now, who's currently going crazy and losing their mind. Before we begin, everything is alleged and fair use. Let's continue.
I really am thrilled. Awaiting this night is really very gratifying and very touching. And I know that we've got a night that lives up to its history.
E.T. last spoke to Clive Davis on Grammy weekend in 2023 as he hosted the most dazzling event other than the award show itself. Starting in the 70s, he used his pre-Grammy gala to showcase the artists he made great, from Whitney Houston to Alicia Keys, even the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin.
It's a glittering audience, and the bond that they share is that they love music.
But becoming one of the industry's most influential record executives was never part of the plan. In the film Clive Davis, The Soundtrack of Our Lives, the New York native shared that he originally dreamed of becoming an attorney, graduating from Harvard Law School, even after both his parents died just months apart.
I got through school on scholarship. My parents both independently died when I was 18. I had the sum of $4,000 to my name.
In one of his first jobs out of school, he served as general counsel for Columbia Records. Just a few years later, he was promoted to president.
I got in music by accident. It became my life's passion. But I didn't know I had a natural gift. But it's the work ethic, too.
The first artist he signed, rock icon Janis Joplin in 1967. And the hits kept on coming with Billy Joel, Bruce Springsteen, Earth, Wind and Fire, and Pink Floyd.
What I look for in an artist is whether or not they can lift an audience out of their seats, whether or not they can be a headliner. And so that we see all the media writing today of hit records and downloads. And the important thing to concentrate is that, are you building an artist whose career can be there many years from now?
Clive's magic touch became even more evident when he launched Arista Records in 1974, discovering acts like Barry Manilow, The Grateful Dead, David Bowie, and a teen model with a golden voice.
This girl is 19 years old. You either got it or you don't have it. She's got it.
She got it.
Here's Whitney Houston.
Sitting next to me right now, everybody in our industry knows it, is the best singer in the world today.
Thank you, Clive. We're a team, we're partners. And when we sit down and we go through music, we really go through it. We don't play. We listen for songs that'll stay in the hearts of people for 20 years down the road.
When Whitney Houston is in her great voice, Whitney Houston is, without question, the best singer in the world. She's lived on, certainly, with me and always will.
And in the same way he nurtured Whitney, he took a new generation of stars under his wing, like Alicia Keys, Kelly Clarkson, and Jennifer Hudson.
The thrill of discovery, the thrill doesn't leave, it's exciting. Jennifer, to me, represents that kind of artist that should have an all-time career. I mean, not just be judged year by year by records or shows or even film. I mean, I think that her talent really is timeless.
I think it is the greatest honor to be able to sit here next to Clive and to be under his wings, to be able to learn from him. It was always one of my dreams and goals. It will always be surreal to me.
He even helped take hip-hop mainstream when he founded Bad Boy Records with Diddy in 1993. Can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me.
When I first played Clive my music, nobody had heard what I was working on. And he understood he was hearing something special. He knew he was hearing a new sound.
And Clive wasn't afraid to live his truth, coming out as bisexual at 80 years old.
Why did you wait so long, Clive, to make that public?
I felt it was private, number one, as far as my not revealing it, but I did immediately reveal it to the people who count. I knew that when I decided to write my autobiography that this was something that I was certainly going to be forthcoming about. You don't have to be only one thing or another. My advice is, number one, work hard, not take anything for granted. Pay no attention to adulation. Pay no attention to screaming crowds. You got to sweat up there, and you've got to really hone your craft so that you're the best at what you do.
Now let's take a look at what the conspiracy world and Black TikTok is saying about this event.
Anybody else find this to be strange? Clive Davis is unalived at the age of 94. And what if I told you this is another one of their rituals? Because he was a longtime Knicks fan, right? And he's unalived 9 days after they won their first championship in 53 years. And they just so happened to win their first championship in 53 years on June 13th, the 13th. Stay with me, because Clive Davis was 94 years old when he passed away, right? Well, what does 9 plus 4 add up to? Oh yeah, 13. And that's not all. Because he is unalived 79 days after his recent birthday, and 79 just so happens to be the 22nd prime number, and in gematria, Knicks add up to 22, and that's not all with this ritual. Because he was the former head of Columbia Records, right? Well, Columbia Records adds up to 94 and one of the ciphers, and he passed away at the age of 94. And obviously he was also this guy's mentor, Diddy's mentor, among other things. And speaking of Diddy, if you include the end date, it's been exactly 33 weeks from Diddy's recent birthday, and New York also adds up to 33. So, again, it's always by the numbers. Wake up.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
This is not a drill. Clive Davis is dead. Right now, everybody line up, oldest to youngest. What happened? Get the biopics out now. He cannot hurt you anymore. He has no power over you. Get the biopics out right now. I want to know what really happened to everybody. Oldest to youngest, because we ain't got that much time, okay? I want to know what happened.
I just know that he down there looking up at us crying right now. And I would say R.I.P., but you know what they say. There's no rest for the wicked. And you, sir, wicked. As a matter of fact, it looked like if you was around long enough, you would have been trying to run a plantation with this slick back doohickey you got on in this picture. First, let me say R.I.P. to Left Eye, R.I.P. to Alicia, and R.I.P. to the Queen, Whitney Houston, and R.I.P. to any of the other black artists that were exploited by this man in his time as a music executive. And I hope you know that there's no Grammy parties where you're going. Okay? And if there is one, it's going to be extremely hot and not in a good way. This man is not so living proof that what you do while you're on this earth matters. Okay? You don't get to exploit black people and then think that black folks is going to be sad that you passed away. All I'm seeing is RIPs to the legend Whitney Houston. And I like to see it.
Now, I don't glory in nobody's death, okay? I don't glory in death. I don't glory in nobody's demise. That's just not the way my heart is set up. However, I have so much to say. Oh my goodness. First of all, this death is symbolic. I'm going to say Babylon is falling, and those who get it, get it. Those who are going to understand what I'm saying, my perspective, you're going to totally get. Babylon is falling. Do we realize that Clive Davis was a J person? Kanye told us. Nick Cannon told us. The basketball player, I forgot his name, the little NBA, he told us too. And when they told us, they were deemed as hate speech. The music mogul has controlled the industry. Oh! I gotta speak, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say that the music mogul have went on to glory. I can't report that today. But I will report that the music mogul executive, record producer, founder of a lot of your legendary artists, Clive Davis, is no longer with us, okay? And he was Diddy's mentor, okay? Just want to say that, put that out there. He gave us people like Alicia Keys, and he also gave us people like the great Whitney Houston, right? In all of that, there was some suggestions with a lot of different situations that they never sat right with me. Okay? The night Whitney died, that ain't never sat with me. I just couldn't talk about it because this man had people in high places. Okay? And when I say this man had people in high places, he is one of the high placed people that I'm speaking of. So it never sat right with me because it felt very celebratory. You mean to tell me someone that you were super close with? Very close. You've known her since she was 18 years old. You find out this tragedy, okay? Hours prior, before the Grammy party, you decided to proceed with an event as saying we're going to celebrate her life. No, you were celebrating something else. Oh, because see, people don't know the deep, dark secrets of the industry. Some have suggested that it was him, Clive himself, who used his connections to seize the blackmail tapes that Diddy had on some very powerful people. It was said. Now, whether that's true or not, I can't confirm that, but I'm saying this was what was said through the grapevine. Y'all ever heard of the grapevine? It was through the grapevine. The Bible speaks in Revelation 2:9, and I think again in Revelation 3:9. I need y'all to go read that scripture. And that's what the Bible speaks of. And I don't know. Clive, 1 + 1. I don't know. Just read them scriptures. Poor Diddy, he done got locked up and now his mentor done passed away. Child, I know he is over there. Oh my God. He is not only you locked up, but now your mentor. The one once you got out can make it right, can put you back on the scene, put you back on the map. Ooh, baby, that's different. I don't know who can. I want every documentary. Anybody who needs to tell, it's your time. You're free now. Freedom is here. This is very symbolic because Babylon is falling. Whoever needs to tell, I need you to come out. Justin, you out there? It's your time now, Justin. I don't know if you got anything to do with him, Clyde. I don't know. But Justin, this is your time to shine. I need every documentary. Come on, I need everybody, all the victims, everybody. I need folks to come forward. See, they couldn't do it when he was alive. He was too powerful man. He was a powerful man. People don't understand. When you get into the upper echelons, the biggie wigs, you just have to hush until your time. Ooh, this is a sign. Y'all know it's the last days if Clive didn't got up out of here. Clive is gone. He didn't got up out of here. We is in the last and evil. Baby, he was 94? All that power, all that money, and he didn't got up out of here? You know, child.
Y'all know Clive Davis passed away today. Rest in peace. Y'all also know he was one of the most... Hey, everything I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only. Oh, they claim he was one of the most evil
producers in the game, right? Remember when TLC held him hostage in that bad contract? Oh, all right. Remember Whitney passed away the night before the Grammys? There's supposed to be his name around it. Remember they asked him about a whole bunch of stuff about P. Diddy? And he didn't say nothing? What does Clive spell backwards? Rest in peace.
Clive Davis has officially died at 94 years old. And Clive Davis is one of the biggest music executives that created people like Whitney Houston, Diddy, and more. But he also left us with a lot of questions. We know that Clive Davis was asked about Diddy's charges multiple times, and it's something that he never addressed before he passed away. At one point, he was acting like he couldn't understand what the person was saying, and then when he had to give that up because he could understand, he didn't say a word, got in his car and rolled up the window. Now, one of the biggest things that I always remember with Clive Davis is TLC actually blamed Clive Davis for that predatory contract where they were basically broke even though they were one of the famous groups of all time. And this is something that I talked about in the past. Clive Davis was the co-founder of LaFace Records that signed TLC, and they also were in a joint venture with Arista Records. And Clive Davis was the one that reportedly oversaw how little that these girls were getting paid based on how much they actually made. The label was ripping them to nothing. This is exactly why they broke into Clive Davis's office, held him hostage by point, and said they wanted release from their contract. And then of course we have him signing Whitney Houston at only 19 years old. Even though Whitney Houston had this massive $100 million contract with Clive Davis, it also wasn't as great as what it seemed. There has always been a lot of speculation whether Whitney Houston's contract was predatory or not. Whitney Houston never got this full $100 million. It was based on her having to make 6 albums and also 2 of the best hits compilations. It was based off her record sales, and she honestly never got close to $100 million because there was also fees going to the record company. That's why there's always been this big back and forth on whether her contract was predatory or not. Because of Whitney Houston's struggle and the way the record deal was set up, Clive Davis actually would loan her more money. And then there's always the thing that a lot of people have wondered, what was the note that was given to Brandy right before Whitney Houston passed away? People have always speculated if Clive Davis had anything to do with Whitney Houston's passing because it was a really odd circumstance, especially when he kept the Grammy party going even though she was just found passed away upstairs. And the people that don't think he directly had something to do with it felt like Clive Davis should have had some responsibility because he was loaning Whitney Houston that money knowing that she was struggling with addiction instead of trying to get her the help that she might have needed. So at the end of the day, yes, Clive Davis was a huge person in the music industry, creating some of the most famous people of all time. But at the same time, he left us with a lot of questions that we all wish would have been answered. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
Okay, 12 today. It's for you. 12 today. I have to. I'm just saying love it because I love it. It's my dad. It's my dad. I'll see you later. I'll see you later. Mom, come see her. Come say hi to Uncle. Come say hi to your dad. Okay? Come say hi to your dad.
If you thought that Diddy documentary was crazy, wait until they drop a documentary on Clive Davis. So music mogul Clive Davis passed away today at 94 years old. And the internet got a lot to say. First and foremost, let me start off by saying rest in peace, Whitney Houston. Because I know for a fact she's smiling right now. And if y'all don't know why I'm saying that, she died at the Beverly Hilton on the same day as Clive Davis' pre-Grammy party. And of course, we know that they said her death was an accidental drowning. But a lot of people put Clive Davis' name in the mix. Clive Davis was also linked to Diddy. A lot of people saying that Clive Davis taught Diddy everything that he knew. But then you had a lot of people that didn't like Clive Davis because they said he was exploiting black musicians, i.e. Jermaine Jackson and Michael Jackson. You remember when Jermaine Jackson had that song, Word to the Bad? Yeah, that was because of Clive. Needless to say, Clive Davis took a lot of things to the grave with him. They asked question after question about things that happened with Diddy, and he never addressed those things. And let's not forget that Clive was one of the reasons that TLC went broke, because of that bad contract. You gotta remember that TLC broke into that office and held him hostage so they can get out that contract. So trust me when I say a lot of people was unhappy with this man before he passed away. But I'm guessing they couldn't do nothing about it. You got some people saying that Clive was one of the most evil people in the industry. More worse than that other guy with those files. So, like I said, Netflix is about to have a field day with that documentary. Rest in peace, Clive. I'm out.
I will be bringing you more stories like this one. Please make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, hitting that notification bell, setting it to all so you'll be notified anytime I go live, upload, or premiere. Please be kind to one another. Unapologetically Mieka, out.